let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through another question. And this one is about weather, because that's been a wee while. You guys haven't asked us about weather.
You guys love the weather.
We haven't made Laura the weather girl in so long.
Oh, yeah, I get to use my board again.
Yes,
So
all right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a question from Seth, which asked us on YouTube.
On what?
On YouTube.
On what?
All right, let's start again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having on YouTube Arun Seth that asks us, how good is New Zealand weather in May for first-time traveler from India? Would it be as good as February or March, I suppose, or not? But still a good option, is it? That's a confusing question, but the New Zealand weather in May is coming right up. All right, cool. So here we go. So tell us a little bit about the month of May, Laura, while I get you a pen.
Okay, so May is the first month of the autumn season in New Zealand. So it's obviously the summer has just gone. We still have temperatures that are pretty warm and comfortable. But yeah, May is usually when, in terms of like how busy New Zealand is in terms of tourism and visitors coming over here, it starts to quieten down a bit. And that's usually a very good time to travel in New Zealand. I really like traveling in May. So
yeah, I think it's a really good time of the year because it's not as busy. So yeah. So May is a great month to travel in New Zealand. However, you have to remember that this is really when the 4 season in one day kicks in. This is really when the weather becomes much more unpredictable, but that makes it much more fun because we do love New Zealand under the rain. And if there was no rain, New Zealand wouldn't be as green, as beautiful as it currently is.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's go through a bit of temperature right here. So if you're about to travel New Zealand in May, this is the temperatures that you can expect. And Laura is going to point out on the map what they are. So she's the weather girl and I'm the weather boy. Ta-da! All right, so in the northern New Zealand, that's Northland, Auckland, and Tauranga, the average temperature are between 14 degrees Celsius to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. On central North Island, that's Hamilton, Taupo, and Rotorua, the temperatures are between 10 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. In the southwest North Island, that's New Plymouth, Palmerston North, and Wellington, the average temperature is actually around 12 degrees Celsius to 54 Fahrenheit. In the eastern North Island, that's Bourne, Napier, and the Wairarapa, that's the same thing, 12 degrees Celsius or 54 Fahrenheit. So very kind of even around the whole lower North Island. Now moving on to the South Islands, on the northern South Island, that's Blenheim and Nelson, that's about 10 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. On the western South Island, that's Westport, Hokitika, and Milford Sound. That's between 8-10 degrees Celsius, which is 39 to 43 Fahrenheit. No, sorry, I fucked that up. 46 to 50 Fahrenheit. Also, I said fuck. I shouldn't say fuck. We're on live camera right here. Now, in the eastern South Island, that's Kaikoura, Christchurch, and Timaru. It's 9 degrees Celsius to 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland South Island, that's Lake Tekapo, Queenstown, and Alexandra. That's 4 to 6 degrees Celsius, which is 39 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And on the southern New Zealand, Invercargill, 9 degrees Celsius, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's for your temperature. Now, obviously, it's New Zealand and the autumn is starting. So we are starting talking about a bit of rain right here. Just a smidge of rain. So let's go a little bit through what kind of rain we're going to have right here. But they're going to be about the same region. So I'm
just going to
okay. I thought you needed a new pen.
Yeah.
All right. So for northern, that's Northland, Auckland, Tauranga, 120 millimeters of rain. Taupo, Hamilton, Rotorua, 100 millimeters of rain. New Plymouth, Palmerston North, Wellington, 120 millimeters of rain. And what else do we have? Gisborne, Napier, and Wairarapa. We're having about 60 millimeters of rain. So the biggest region of New Zealand, this one in May. Then we're having Blenheim, Nelson, 80 millimeters of rain. Now we're having the west coast of New Zealand, 200 to 450 millimeters of rain. Obviously, always the rainiest area of the country. Kaikoura, Christchurch, and Timaru is going to be 60 millimeters of rain right here. Lake Tekapo, Queenstown, Alexandra, between 30 to 50 millimeters, and the southern New Zealand, as Dunedin, Invercargill, and all those amazing places, is about 70 millimeters of rain. So as you can tell, so Northern Land, it's going to be this area right here. It's going to be the least wet to visit. So that's basically something to keep in mind. And also this area right here on the South Island is going to be the least wet as well. So if you are made of sugar and hate rain, that's the two areas you may want to go visiting. Now, obviously, that brings us to things to pack when you're going to be visiting New Zealand in May. You really have to keep in mind that the weather is going to be extremely changeable. And for this reason, you need yourself a really good rain jacket, and you need yourself some layers. So you need some merino wool layers that you can take in and take off, and put in and take off, and put in and take off regularly as the weather changes. So don't arrive with your massive rain jacket. That's going to be really useless, because if you don't have any extra rain, it's not going to be that great. We also love our thermals and the layers. Don't we love that?
We do.
Yes.
So yeah, layers is always good because, well, if it gets too cold, you can always put them on and they don't take up too much space in your day pack. But if the sun comes out, which, can happen at any time in May, then it usually gets a lot warmer during that time, and that's when you can take your layers off. Pretty basic stuff, but it is handy to know.
Yeah, the other thing, again, because it's going to be really wet, or it can be really wet, you want woolen socks. Now, socks made of wool is so much better, because if the socks is made of cotton, as soon as it's wet, you freeze.
Yeah, but there's nothing worse than wet feet.
Yeah, but if it's made of wool, it keeps the heat, and it still works very well. But if you want to try to avoid having wet feet, you may want some waterproof hiking shoes, obviously.
Yes, absolutely.
Gore-Tex, Dry Tech, Rain Tech, whatever tech they have, which is anti-rain. I think that's extremely important it's extremely important to have that packed. So so that's basically our take for New Zealand in May. We gave you a packing list. We gave you the temperatures. We gave you our take on the tourism kind of state in May, and we gave you the average rainfall. So I think that's a good overview of what New Zealand is like in May. If you do have any follow-up questions, in a comment below. If you do find that useful, click like, because that really helps us out. And obviously, we are here every single week to answer those questions. So anything else that comes up with, put it down below.
And click subscribe if you are new here as well, because we do these videos all the time and you don't want to miss a thing. Yeah,
actually, if you don't want to miss a thing, when you subscribe already, you need to click the little bell. I learned that recently. I am an absolute
And actually, you'll get a notification when we come live next time. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I learned that for some channels.
It's actually quite handy to ring the bell, because otherwise, if you just click subscribe, then you basically, you get the sort of video come up on your home feed, but you don't get any notifications. So it's always good to ring that bell.
I had no idea about that.